effort. And congrats to him, and it was a good fight, I did some mistakes, but yeah, it was a good fight.
And I think it was the 7th round, that amazing round, you dropped him, he seemed to have you hurt. Talk us through that round. That must have been one of the craziest rounds of your life.
Yeah, it was a crazy round. I knocked him down and I should have finished him, but I don't know what happened, and I was a little too relaxed, and then he caught me with a few good shots, and almost knocked me down. So I think it was a crazy round, and I'm sorry that I didn't finish him.
Your last few fights, you've shown you're a true world-class heavyweight. What's next for you? Obviously, Moses Itauma fights tonight. He said that if he comes through Dillian White, he says if he comes through Dillian White, he would like to fight you at the end of the year. Is that a fight you're interested in?
Of course, it will be an amazing fight. He's a young, upcoming future superstar, and I'm the toughest motherfucker in the division. And I will be great test for him to see is he a real deal, and is he a new Mike Tyson, or I'm a new George Foreman. So I would like to fight him, but it depends on Frank, how much he gonna pay.
And those are the words of Filip Hrgovic. Filip Hrgovic had a very interesting fight with David Adeleye. David Adeleye and Filip Hrgovic showed us some of the best rounds on the whole card. I mean, rounds 7 and 8 combined showed you a lot about a mentality of a fighter. David Adeleye, you can say this about David. You can say this about Filip. You mentioned him saying tough MFer. He's a tough mother effer, right? I think we could say that about both fighters. I think David Adeleye deserves some credit too, because based on his level of opposition, based on his level of ability, he wasn't able to do the things that Filip was able to do. Filip was able to go to the body. He was able to jab. He was able to initiate more attacks. He was more successful with his offense than David Adeleye. But David, with the lack of what he had, he used what he got. Okay. And what he had in that fight was guts, balls, and power. Okay. And David Adeleye believed that it's fight instead of flight. Because a lot of times, these guys, man, you're going to only do two things when somebody punches you or hurts you. You're going to back the fuck up or you're going to step the fuck up. You're going to either do one of the two. David Adeleye showed us that it was fight, not flight. And he threw those bombs in round 8. And I was like, oh my goodness, because David Adeleye opened up a can of whoop ass on Filip Hrgovic. And I knew Hrgovic was hurt, but also that dude has a chin. Oh my God. That was some great rounds to see. David, I think honestly, David punched himself out, but it just shows you that David hits hard and Filip can take a hard punch. I really enjoyed that fight. That was a good fight. However, I wouldn't mind watching a rematch of that. Honestly, I would prefer David Adeleye though to get better training. Work on his offense. Definitely work on his defense, because I think with the right type of trainer, he can go far or farther than he is now. Filip Hrgovic mentioning Moses Itauma. He would like to, get in the ring with him and let's see if he's the next Mike Tyson and all that. But do you remember the key word he did say? Money. Nobody wants to go in there and fight Moses Itauma if they're not getting paid right, because more than likely, the here and now is Moses Itauma whooping your ass. That's the here and now. You know what I mean? That's more than likely the outcome of what's to come. An ass whooping. And everyone really knows that because Philip versus Moses, target practice. I mean, it's a good fight because I think that Philip will last some rounds. I think it'll go probably rounds 5 or 6. I do think a lot of damage will occur on Filip Hrgovic. Listening to him talk just then, you guys heard the audio. He kind of sounded a bit slow. So more than likely, with most fighters, unfortunately, they're going to suffer some kind of cerebral damage, okay? Because that's the name of the game. It's a brutal sport. It's a violent sport. It's a contact sport. So yeah, you're going to receive, or you're going to have some residual damage from blows that you received to the head, from punches. So I think that fight with Filip Hrgovic versus Moses Itauma should happen. And, you know, Filip wants it. Hey, why not? Because, you know, I respect anybody, a tough MFer like that, stepping up to the plate, because you don't hear many people saying that. So now we have 2 people. We have Filip Hrgovic willing to fight Moses Itauma for the money. And we have Jarrell Big Baby Miller as well. That was the first to call out. I don't know which video came out first, but they're both willing to take on Moses Itauma. So the line is growing to take on the young lion. You guys tell me what you think of Filip Hrgovic willing to fight Moses Itauma and his war with David Adeleye. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.